Okay, let's unpack this. I mean, imagine sitting at your desk right now. It is completely silent. You have this pristine dual monitor 4K setup running flawlessly right in front of you.
Sounds pretty ideal, honestly.
Right. But here is the catch. That massive heat-generating, super noisy computer that's actually powering the whole thing, it is tucked away in a server closet like 300 feet down the hall.
Which is an amazing setup if you can pull it off.
Exactly. And that is what today's deep dive is all about. We are looking at a product page from HDTVSupply for something with a massive name. It's the Smart-AVI HDX-XT-2P-TX-S dual-head HDMI 4K KVM extender transmitter with USB 2.0.
Yeah, that is quite the mouthful.
It really is.
Mm.
But our mission today is to decode all that tech jargon, you know?
Yeah.
You want to figure out why someone would drop over $1,100 just to push a workstation's entire signal across a massive building.
Well, when you think about it, a KVM keyboard, video, mouse extender doing this is wild. Pushing uncompressed 4K video at 30 Hz, along with bidirectional stereo audio and full USB control over just a single Cat5e or Cat6 cable is a serious engineering feat.
Because it's doing so much heavy lifting at once, right?
Exactly. You are asking a standard twisted pair network cable to essentially manage multiple dedicated, really high bandwidth connections all at the exact same time.
So it's basically an incredibly powerful 330-foot magical extension cord for an entire workstation.
That is a great way to put it.
But let me push back a little here. I mean, why go through all this trouble and expense instead of just, buying a really long HDMI cable?
What's fascinating here is that standard HDMI signals just completely degrade over long distances. You hit a literal brick wall with attenuation.
Oh, like the copper wire itself just has too much electrical resistance.
Precisely. The high-frequency video signal will literally degrade into static or just drop entirely, way before it ever reaches your monitor. Plus, a simple video cable entirely ignores your keyboard and mouse.
Right, because you still need USB data transfer to actually work.
Exactly. And this transmitter solves both seamlessly. It is not just a dumb wire. It functions more like a hyper-efficient translator, repacking that HDMI and USB signal into data packets.
So they can actually survive the journey over standard Ethernet infrastructure.
Yes, and it handles transparent USB 2.0, so your system recognizes devices immediately without extra drivers. Plus, it runs USB 1.1 keyboard and mouse emulation.
Which is huge, right? Because that emulation keeps a continuous virtual handshake alive with the host computer.
Right. The machine never thinks the keyboard was unplugged. Even if there's a tiny micro interruption in the data traveling over 100 meters of cable, your workflow does not crash.
Okay. But even knowing the engineering behind it, dropping $11,146.65 is a serious investment for a single transmitter. Does it really justify the cost for you, the consumer?
Well, looking at the source data, the target audience is absolutely seeing that return on investment. HDTVSupply actually notes a 96% 4 or 5-star rating from verified buyers for this unit.
Wow, 96% is impressively high for enterprise networking gear.
It really is.
Right.
And a lot of that praise is for the reliable functionality and their tech support. When you are building high-stakes enterprise IT, knowing the system is rock solid is what you're really paying for.
What stands out to me from an IT deployment perspective is that it's completely plug-and-play ready, and it features this HDMI auxiliary bypass.
Oh, the bypass is an absolute lifesaver for installers.
Seriously, because if I'm racking this up in a loud server room, I do not want to run 300 feet back to the user's desk just to check if the video feed is working.
Right. Enterprise-level tech does not have to equal a nightmare installation. That bypass lets you plug a local monitor directly into the transmitter to verify the uncompressed 4K feed right there on the spot.
So think about how you might apply this to optimize your own workspace. Maybe the key to your ultimate focus isn't just buying quieter cooling fans, but completely decluttering your setup.
Yeah, physically decoupling your computing power from your immediate physical space really changes things. It forces a shift in how we view the geography of our hardware.
It does, and it leaves you with a pretty provocative thought. I mean, if we can flawlessly transmit uncompressed 4K video and instantaneous USB control across 330 feet with zero perceived lag.
Are we approaching the end of the traditional desktop computer?
Exactly. We might be moving toward a future where our powerful machines are completely hidden away in the walls, and our desks are nothing but silent, glowing glass terminals.